Park Life is a game for 1 to 4 players. To set up the basic game, we take one zero card and then numbers 1 to 7 in 5 different suits. To set up the advanced game, we also add in 3 more zeros, plus all the down arrows in all 5 suits. There's 2 of each. And then we're not going to use the sideways arrows in either game. After shuffling the cards, if you're playing with 2 players, give each player 13 cards. 3 players give each player 10 cards. 4 players, each player gets 9 cards. That's the whole deck. Randomly choose a first player and give him the first player token. The object of the game is to win 2 different rounds, and in order to win a round, you have to have the most points in that round. In both the advanced and basic game, we will take turns playing cards clockwise. We will see who wins the sale, who has the matching weather with the first player who plays a card, and the lowest price. If in the advanced version, if it's tied, we'll see who played the lowest value last. And then everybody will discard things. The loser will discard the card they played, and the winners will discard X cards from their hand, where X is the number of red houses in the top corner. Let's see a turn. So the first player plays a card and sets the weather. So they set the weather for snowing. So they are selling hot drinks in the snow. Second player can play any card from their hand. So let's look at their hand. So they have some raining cards, sunny, smoggy, a windy card. They choose to play this snowing 7. So the first player is selling coffee or hot drinks for $5. The second one is selling it for $7. Or a third player will sell hot drinks for $3. And the last player will sell ice cream for $2. First, we check to see the weather, or snowing. So only these cards. Player who played a sunny one is trying to sell ice cream when it's snowing outside, so it's not very popular. So they don't win. Then we see who has the lowest price. So even though the 7 is highest, nobody wants to pay $7 for a hot drink when somebody's selling it for $3. So this player wins. After we play, we see who wins. We have to discard. So losers discard the card that they played. So we have a little discard pile next to ourselves. Discard, discard, discard. And then the winner keeps the card that they won as points, and then they discard a card of their choice from their hand. So let's look at their hand. So they're going to discard, it could be any color. They're just going to discard this windy form. Whoever won the sale will go first the next. So let's say they play a sunny 4. This player plays a snowing 1. This player plays a smoggy 5. And this player plays a sunny 3. So these two can't win because the weather is wrong. And then out of these 2 players, the 4 loses. So it's set aside. This one wins. So they discard a card from their hand. Let's say they discard this one. You always discard face down so other players can't see what you discarded. This player plays first. So they're going to play, let's say they play a rainy 7. This player plays a snowy 2. This player plays a sunny 5. This one plays a snowy 6. So this player won with a very high value card. You want a lot of money, but you have to discard 4 cards for that. So we're going to keep this 6 and discard these. So far they have 10 points. Everybody else discards the card they played. Discard, discard, discard. So they played their smoggy 6. Let's say they play a different weather, and they play a different weather. So even though they don't have any cards to play from their hand, they still get to keep this card as points. So this is not a cost, it's just the reward for making a good sale. You want to go home into your nice warm cabin and not be out in the heat wave or the rain or the smog. So they won that sale. Everybody else discards the card they played. This card player now has no cards in their hand. So the first player goes to the person to the right. So they are going to continue the round even though another player is already out. They play a 4, they play a 6. This player plays, they want to win that one, but they can't. So they're just going to play a 3 to shuck away. So that's discarded, kept as points. They discard that card, and they're going to play, let's not do a 1, let's do the 6. They will play, ooh, they play their 0. They want to win this, and they don't really matter. They get rid of a 4. So this player discards another card. This player gets rid of that one, and they now want 0 points. But they get to go first now, so they play a 6. This player plays a 3, so they lost that one. And this player plays their 1, but that's the last card from their hand. So this player, let's say that they're out of cards. They discard a 3, and then they keep the 5. So looking at the end of the round, this player has 8 points, this player has 7 points, and this other player has 16 points. So they win the round. At the end of the round, you shuffle all the cards back together and deal again the same amount of cards to everybody. There are some big differences in the advanced game, though. So the first difference is we have more zeros in the deck. To explain the zeros, if there's a tie for the same value, whoever played a card last in the sale wins the sale. So if I played a 0 and then somebody else played another 0, they win the sale. Also, these have one of each of the weathers, so you can play them and win when anybody plays any weather. The other difference is set collecting cards. So when I play this, if I have no other snow cards, including zeros which have snow on them, this is worth a 0. But if I have, let's say, this 0 and this card, I have 2 snow cards. So when I play this card, it is worth 2. So any 1, 2, or 0 can beat it. At the end of the game, after 3 rounds, you count your set collecting cards. So if this is my points at the end of the game, this down arrow will be worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I have 5 of these symbols. If I have another set collecting card, then each of these is worth 6. So this is 0 points, 6, 12, 18, 19, 24 points altogether. Pretty good game. So, if they had another set collecting card, all the set collecting cards will count the 0 each time. This doesn't have to go into one stack or another. They're each counted. And same thing, if you have multiple zeros, then this one will count itself and the 2 zeros. These will count themselves, all the blue cards, and the 2 zeros. So they're very powerful cards and give you extra options when you are strategizing how to win Park-Life. So the big important thing to remember is that at the end of the round in an advanced game, do not shuffle the cards you won. There are more cards in the deck, so we will be able to keep cards between the rounds. At the moment, we are not using the sideways arrows, but for now, when you're setting up, just do 1 less of those for the advanced games. So 12 cards, 9 cards, and 8 cards. At the end of the advanced game, you see whoever has the most points in their entire tableau. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can contact me at dylancoyle.com. And Park-Life will go to Kickstarter soon. Thank you for the support. Talk to you soon. Bye.